G'day everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to hook up that tank there to that dam down there. But first, I'll show you what we've done at the house. "600 meters of pipe. We've got a small little trough there that's going to go down there. We've got a horse paddock down there, so it needs water. This is our pump. Now, I know what you're thinking. Geez, that's an awfully tiny pump, John. And you're right, it is. It's only a 5,000 litre a day pump. It's not a massive pump. It's not pumping, you know, trying to keep up with Henry. It's only got to keep up with the retic, and I don't think the retic does 5,000 litres in a cycle. So we should be pretty good on that. Once that tank's full, this pump will keep up to it without an issue. Now, if for whatever reason it does have an issue, we'll put this on our saltwater soaks, and then I'll get a bigger pump and just plug it in and off we go. But I don't think I'm going to have an issue at all. It's run by 200-watt solar panels. We got this pipe to put in the ground and bolt up. That's the float that goes on the top of that. Now, they did send us out everything, but they haven't done it correctly. So there's a pressure switch in here, and they haven't got us the right thing to get the pressure switch onto there, which is annoying. Yeah, and then of course you don't check anything till you get out here, and it's what is that? Yeah, 100 and something, 120 k's to town, so you can't just go back in. So Henry and I are going to grab this, go down there this morning. I'm going to go to the shed now, grab the cement mixer and fill up the fire unit. We're going to go down there. I've got pre-mix bags down there, the rapid set, and we're going to I've already drilled the hole. We're going to set up the solar panel, so we're going to chuck that in there, get that sorted so that's all Mickey Mouse, and then we're going to borrow Will's tractor and pipe layer, and then we're going to start laying pipe up to here. Now, it's not the most ideal. I got Dad to cut that because I was like, this is where we're going to put our track, but then everyone's like, you don't put track there, put your track over there. Because I was going to bury the pipe and then have the track over the top of the pipe. That way the pipe's not in the paddock, it's safe. But now that's not going to be the case. So it doesn't make sense as to why we've cut it through there. We should have cut it at a straight line, straight from where the corner of the tank going across here, basically behind the ute there, straight across to the tank. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed about that because we've changed our plan. You know, I'm annoyed that we changed our plan because now we're going to have to bring it around here, turn, and then come around. And I've got leach strains there, so leach strains are just such a hard issue to deal with. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. We'll just probably get up close to it and then probably just run the pipe over top of the leach strains, save us having to go around the back and dig it in that way. So I'm sure we'll figure it out, won't we? Anyway, I'm gonna grab some bolts. I'm gonna head to the shed, start grabbing all the stuff, and we're gonna get into getting this job done. Okay, we think we've got everything. Obviously you can see on the back there, we've got the cement mixer. Yeah, I think we've got everything. The problem is when I don't have my ute, so I don't have my toolbox and all my tools, you gotta really think about what you need when you're going down out there. It's what, it'll take 20 minutes, half an hour before you come back here, grab the one tool that you forgot and get back there. So, you know, it does take a bit of time. Having a kitted out ute is very handy. But yeah, my ute still, as you can tell, isn't with me. It's been over a month now. It's been a whole thing. I'll tell you guys about it when I get it back. But I'm flying up next Monday. So, I mean, I'm gonna just drive it home regardless, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's done. It is done. Like the lift and everything's done to it. Just needs to go to another place to get it done. But the problem we're having at the moment is licensing. It's just taking a long time to get it licensed. But it's also due to the fact that I had a broken headlight, and that just caused a whole lot of drama. But anyway, I'll explain it when we get the ute back. But yeah, having my ute with a fully kitted out toolbox is very handy compared to having to drive backwards and forwards all the time when you forget, say, a spanner. Crop's at least looking good. and as you can see, it's changing colour. So it's we're getting closer to harvest, and that smell just starting to smell like straw. It's yeah, it just gets you real. Oh, it's nearly harvest time, which is yeah, it's exciting, scary but exciting. The dam is full. It even got to the point over there where it got to the overflow to go into the dam behind it. Now, unfortunately, not a huge amount of water went into there, which is yeah, which is disappointing. But you know, that's what happens. Hopefully, we can get some summer rains. You know, February, something like that. Some rains like that. Anyway, we are going to chuck the solar pump right here, and then we'll run a cable out basically to the other side of the dam there. Have it ready, the pump smack bang in the middle. We're gonna have to wait till Henry gets here, and we'll check that post and see if it is, you know, this hole is actually quite deep, as you can probably tell. So if I need to dig it out, then I'll dig it out, but if I don't, then I won't dig it out. The only concrete I've got is just quick rapid set, because it's just easier to use than getting you know, just the concrete itself, because then I've got to locate sand and I've got to locate some scalps, and I don't have any scalps for it. So just easy to do rapid set, but the only problem with rapid set is it doesn't go very far. One bag doesn't, yeah, it gets like no area at all, but we will make this work. So there is no instructions that come with this, but I mean, we should be able to figure it out. Pole, top, bottom, I don't know, we'll figure it out. We've got bolts in here to bolt it all together. Should have told him the post, the handle was a little bit further in, but anyway, yeah, we will figure it out and we will get this thing mounted up. We are getting it. It's not on a huge angle. Obviously we'd probably prefer that to be more on a 45, something like that, instead of what this will be, which is going to be like that. Summertime will be fine. Wintertime, you know, you're not going to get a huge amount of sun. Well, you're going to get sun, but not the most efficient. Anyway, we're down to these ones here, which go top and bottom like that, and then we've got these two rails to fit on, but there's no bolt holes for them. So we're figuring it out. We are figuring it out as we go. We figured it out. There's clamps on this side, and then they go into the rails that go there, which is the width of the panels there. So yeah, shouldn't be too hard. We'll once Henry's done doing that up, we'll probably fire up the cement mixer and we'll get this cemented, so then we can go and get our pipe layer from Will and lay this pipe, and then it's rapid set, so it shouldn't be too long, and then we'll be able to fit these panels, fit everything else, and actually hopefully get water pumping today. Handy having no jackery. Now what we need is the pump to start. We can get concreting. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't fall down the hill. Okay, let me know when you're ready. Yep. Oh, it's concrete off the jackery! No! we're going to head down there and we're going to pre-rip it first. Now the reason we do that is the ground could be quite hard for the depth we're going, and you just don't want to have a pipe in, start laying it when it's not pre-ripped, because you risk it being too shallow, or you know, you have a stuff up or something like that. So we're going to pre-rip it first, maybe do that twice, and then we will go from there, chucking the pipe on and then laying it. We luckily Henry thought of the fact that we've already laid pipe going across the back there, going across for the horse troughs. So hopefully we can get that dug up and sorted, and we'll figure out where that is and not get that. Right now is a classic example of why we pre-rip. I can't get this thing down to full depth with how hard the ground is. So if we were to be having a pipe in there and laying it out as we're going right now, we'd end up with the pipe way too shallow. Now, it would probably clear the cedar, but I just don't want to risk that. This is why we're just doing the ripping beforehand. I'll definitely rip it again, and then on the third one, there's a button on the side here that we can use pressure to push down even harder, and we'll probably use that for when we're actually unrolling it and yeah, laying the actual pipe itself. Pipe, and then Henry's got one more load of pipe in his telehandler coming down behind me. We're gonna go down and start from down here, but to do that we need to set everything up. So we need to get the solar pump set up and float on, this hooked onto the solar pump, out in the dam, and then we can start. It's just easier to do it this way than starting up the top here and trying to work our way back into the dam. With this, we just wouldn't get close enough. So that's the plan, and then yeah, hopefully we can just have a nice smooth sailing as we drive it back on up. Slight difference of plan. So I was going to put it out into there and off we go. Can't do that for two reasons. One, I completely, oh, we didn't open this up in town, and now I can't see where the fitting's gone, but there's a T-piece that hooks onto that, and we need that to then go to a bit of poly like this, but we don't have that, so we'll doesn't matter. Oh, there it is, that piece there. So that's what goes off the pump, so that there needs to go to the 50mm poly, which we do not have available to us. But we can still go, because right there is where the pressure switch goes. So that's where this whole assembly here goes. So the pipe goes from here out into the dam, and then starts from there and goes all the way up to the house. So we can still get going. We'll lay this pipe now, so that's at least done and out the way, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with this solar pump and everything after that. Problem when you borrow something and you're not really sure how to make it work properly. But I mean, we know how to make it work properly, but not work proper. We're just not sure we're getting as deep as what we're not as deep as what we would like. We are deep, but it's not going to our desired level, which is obviously scary when you're going to have a pipe that's going to be, well, the way I had it was going to have a road over it, not an issue. But if we're going to have no road over it, then the seed is going to drive over it. And whilst we should be deep enough to avoid that, it's yeah, it's still a little bit too shallow for our liking. But we can't physically get this thing to go down anymore. We've changed the angle of the ripper to put the boot a little bit further down. I think the heel of the boot is actually what's doing it. But yeah, anyway. got it all done up there, except for we haven't actually got it going into the tank yet because we'd left our thread tape down here at the dam. But we've been back to the shed and we've got this fitting here. So this will work to get onto our pump. Not ideal having a tap as the male to male joiner, but that's all we had available to us. So that's what we're going to use. And then I'm hoping that we've got another one of these male to males in here somewhere, and yeah, this old one here should screw into there. So by the end of the day we should have water flowing, although it is nearly, well, it's 2:30 and we've got new seed rocking up at about 3 o'clock, so probably about an hour down there looking at the velocity and just looking at all the off types in it. Yeah, they've had a few complaints around the place, so they're just coming around and having a look at that and come up with a solution. So yeah, we'll get to doing this as much as we can, and then we're going to shoot off to do that. Pump ready to go. We've got the cord, we've got the pipe. I'll show you our giant contraption that we've come up with, which they supplied. So this is it. This goes over here like this, and we hook the other end onto here, and then this way we can prime it. We can see our pressure. That's our pressure gauge. That goes up to the house. We've got a T-piece there to go to a horse trough. I don't know if we've got enough pipe, but we'll figure that out later. So now just going to go walk across and pull it and get it to the center. We've got it all hooked up, all plumbed up, and we are now plugging in our solar panels, and hopefully no sparkies. So that one, and then we're not sure if the switch is on. We're about to find out when Henry pushes that one in. Oh, we got lights. So the only thing we haven't done is the pressure switch. The pressure switch, we're not sure which section it goes on the pressure switch, and in here there's no symbol thing for pressure switch, so we're not sure which one is supposed to go there. And I think we've got green flashing means system ready, and when it's solid means pump running. So we'll see how we go, because the sun is probably across the panel, so there's not enough, there might not be enough power to actually get this thing running, but we're pretty close. We've got to finish up the top anyway, but yeah, we'll see if we can get some water out here. You gotta love it when everything works. It's come up red, which is saying system error, check with pump scanner, and we don't have whatever that is. For some reason, instead of getting a WA company, these guys, well, yeah, I got it through Farmer General and they source it through a South Australian company. So we're now out of luck, because it is it's 20 to 5 at the moment, so South Australia is not open. We'll go up the top, we'll finish plumbing that up and knock off, and then tomorrow morning we will come down here and finish this all off and get this all done and dusted. Bit of a shame, but yeah, that's what happens, I suppose. So good guys, we're gonna leave the video there because I can't really do much more. So thank you very much for watching. Yeah, we're gonna get we're a month away now from harvest, I reckon. We are the 23rd of what are we, September? So put your guesses in the comments. What date are we gonna start harvest? Put a date. So yeah, thank you. We'll catch you in the next one.